Hello, welcome everyone in this series of Selenium Python learnings. So this time we are going to start with data types. We have learned the basic data types earlier, but here we are going to start with the data types wherein there is a single variable, but we are keeping the multiple values to that single variable. For example, in Java, C++, or C, we have learned arrays. So these are the collections, means collection of multiple variables together kept at single memory location titled with some single data type. So we are going to learn list, set, tuple, and dictionary. Array we will cover in the latter part, but let us learn with the very first topic. That is, what is the difference between list, set, tuple, and dictionary in Python? So if we learn all those together, it is a very good tactic to remember everything. And when we want to apply it in real time with our test automation, it is easy to remember syntax wise, difference wise, suitability wise. Okay. So here we are going to understand what is the difference between set, then list, tuple, and dictionary. So there is a syntax in the, there is a difference in the syntax first. Okay, so this is a list. This is a tuple which is uh, here enclosed with round brackets. This is with the square bracket. Elements are enclosed with this curly bracket, and here they are enclosed with curly bracket. So this is first thing, which is syntax. So let us learn this. What we will do, we will create one list, one tuple, one set, one dictionary. We'll keep some item into it, and then we will understand the next, that is mutable, order, duplicates allowed, looping, etc. Okay, so let us do these basic things first. So let us move to our PyCharm. So what I'll do here, I'll just create a Python package. Let's say Python, I'll name it as Python collections. Okay. The Python collections will create one Python file. So for everything we want to learn, so for each and every collection, let's say this is for list and is a blank list, then we'll go to the next Python file. Let's say we'll name it as tuple. So list.py, tuple.py. Then let's say we'll name set demo. So this I would have been given the name as demo. It's okay. You can give any name. I'm sorry, this is file. So new Python file. Dictionary. Okay. So these are the 4 collections which we are going to learn here. Now let me do one thing. Just try to dog them properly. So this is dictionary. This is list. Let's say we'll learn one by one. So I'll just close it and open it again. So we are in the list now. So as per the syntax we learned here, it is enclosed with the square brackets. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just create one list of fruits equal to, let's say these are square brackets. So let's say first fruit is mango, second fruit is, let's say, apple, and let's say grapes. Then let's say one more item we'll add into it, orange. Okay, so this is a list which is we are enclosing with this square brackets. Okay, now let us say we'll print this list. How to print it? Just mention it as name fruits. Now I'll run it and let us see how the output is shown here. Let's see. Fruits. So here I've, yeah, just I've made some corrections here. I've just named them with because these are predefined keywords. So I've just named them with demo dictionary, demo list, demo set, and demo tuple. Now let's go to the list. I've created this list and I'm printing it. So when I print it, we all can see these are getting printed. Now let us move on to the next tuple. So what is the syntax of tuple? So let us understand it here. So syntax of tuple is they are enclosed with the round brackets. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this list items, all list items, fruits. Okay. So I'll just name it as fruits list and fruit list. Okay. Then we'll go to demo tuple. Okay. Say fruit tuple equal to, I'll just copy paste it, but instead of this, I'll just enclose it with the round brackets. Okay. So this becomes tuple now. Now if I want to print it, what I have to do? Print fruits tuple. Now if I run it, we all can see these are getting printed. Now let's move on to the set. So how set are represented with this curly brackets. Okay. So as soon as we go to sets, so I'll just copy paste this fruits set equal to, we have to enclose them like this. So I'll just copy these items. These are the sets. Now how to print it? Just use the print function and fruit set. You just copy it here and have to run it. So we all can see the set is also getting printed. But in terms of dictionary, there is something different. We have to add them in the form of key colon value. Key colon value means it's like account account number, account name, student ID, student name. So this way we have to store these things. So what we can do, let's say student dictionary equal to, what we can do here. So this is a syntax. We will just go to the next line for better syntactical things. Now here, let's say 1 is a student ID, and let's say value we will take John. Okay, then take value as 2, or we'll take key for this student. Let's say this is a key. Let's say ID, key and value. Let's say again key is, let's say 20. Here we have to add the comma so that it will not show the error. Age, then address, let's say Pune. Again we will have to add colon here. Here also colon is expected. So this is in the form of key and value. Okay, so this is student ID. Let's say this is name equal to John. And let's say ID, value of ID is, let's say 1. Should be in the same format. Okay. This is my ID, name, age, and address. Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll just try to print this dictionary. So how to print it? So print student dictionary. We're just understanding the syntax. Don't much worry about why I've taken the data types like this. Okay. So just copy it and I'll just print it. Okay. So it will print the key value pair. So ID is 1, name is John, age is 20, and address is Pune. So this is how the syntactical difference between list, then tuple. Just take the dictionary at the end. Sorry. smooth here. So list, tuple, set, and demo, dictionary. Okay. Now let us understand the next difference between all of these things. Mutable means they can be changed. This point we are going to understand with the remove method, means whether we can modify the list, means we can add the item in the list, we can remove the item in the list, we can uh, replace the item in the list. So we can add another list into the list. Okay. So that means we can change it. Change it means it is mutable. So we can change the list, we can change the set, we can change the dictionary, but we cannot change the tuple. So tuple is immutable. Sometimes which collection in Python is immutable? You can get the interview question. So tuple is different from all these list, set, and dictionaries. Now we'll understand what is mean by ordered. So whenever in the list, first we'll understand how inside the memory the elements are getting inserted. Okay, so elements are getting inserted on the base of indexing basis. Okay, so if we see here, if we create a list, this kind of memory structure will get created, whose title is fruit list. But inside fruit list memory section, there will be indexes. This first index of list will start with 0, second index will start with 1, third index will start with 2, and fourth index will start with 4, 3. So it will be started with 0, 1, 2, and 3. So last index is 3. Important point to note here. This is last index and first index is 0. So total length is here 4. Total length is 4, but first index has been started with 0. This is how the element is inserted in the we can say memory. So when they are inserted, they will be inserted in a proper order. Okay, if we see here, first is mango, second is apple, third is grapes, and fourth is orange. Now if I go to tuple and if I run it, okay, so you can see tuple is also a ordered collection, means values are inserted into the same order in which they are inserted. First value was mango, second was apple, third was grapes, and fourth was orange. Now if you go to set and if we try to print the set, let's say I'll save it and I'll run it again. So here we can see first we inserted the mango, but it has first inserted grapes. So what will happen internally? It will use some different technique like this. Okay, so it's like a bucket. You are throwing the balls in the bucket. Even though you thrown the mango first, okay, very first mango, but it has went here. Then second you have thrown the apple, it has went here. So you never know where it will go. So hence it is a unordered collection. So set is a unordered collection and list and tuple are ordered collection. Similar way, dictionary is also a unordered collection. Okay, let's say if you insert another student, okay, another student information, you never know where that would be inserted. Okay, so we'll take later on when we learn the dictionaries in detail, then we will understand it how it works. But for now, this is again set is unordered, but dictionary is also again a ordered collection. I'm sorry, dictionary is a ordered collection. Okay, now we have understood the syntax. We have just theoretically understood what is mutable, how it is mutable. Then after we are learning if duplicates are allowed in these collections or not. So list allows duplicate value, tuple also allows duplicate value, but set does not allow. And in dictionary, keys are not duplicate. Okay, that we are going to understand here. Yeah, let us see this difference practically. If in the list duplicates are allowed, let's say mango is already inserted and I'll again insert mango. If I'll again insert mango, let us see what will happen here. So if I'll print this list, so we can see mango is appeared twice in the list. So duplicate values are allowed in the list. Now let us go to the tuple. Okay, mango is already inserted and we'll try to insert again a mango. Okay, and I'll just print this tuple. So we all can see duplicate is again allowed here. So we have seen here duplicate is allowed here. But in the set, duplicates are not allowed. So let us try to insert the duplicate value again. Mango. Okay, we'll print it. So let us see what will happen here. So you can see mango is appeared only once. Okay, it is not appeared twice. Means in the set, duplicates are not allowed. Okay, it will not insert the one value again second time. Now same thing is there. Values can be duplicate. Okay, but keys cannot be duplicate because keys is itself a set. Okay, so let us understand it. Sometimes in the interviewer can ask you that why keys are not duplicate, because keys are set, and in set duplicates are not allowed. We have if you want to remember it in a general sense, what we can say, account number cannot be duplicate, but account name can be duplicate. Let's say name is John here, and I'll again insert another name John, then it is allowed. But here, so sorry, if I'll insert ID, let's say equal to 2 again. Okay, so what will happen here? Now this key already exists. Okay, and with the same key I have assigned another value. So I'll just run it. You can see ID is 2, means the previous value of the key is getting updated when we insert another key. Let's say if I add here name equal to, let's say, my name. Okay, so what will happen? This name will get erased and this name will get added. Means key can be inserted only once, its value will get updated if you try to insert it. So John is now disappeared here. Okay, let's say value can be duplicate. Let's say I'll take another key, let's say name 2. Okay, and I'll try to insert the same value again, this value, then that thing is allowed here. Okay, so when I run it, you can see this value is inserted twice, but ID is not inserted twice, name is not inserted twice. Okay, if we try to insert the previous value for the same key is getting updated. So this is the difference between set, list, tuple, and dictionary. Okay, so the only thing is that to remember is duplicates are not allowed in the set. They are allowed in list, tuple, and even in the dictionaries in terms of values. But in the set and dictionaries for the keys, they are not allowed. Okay, so this is the difference between list, tuple, set, and dictionaries, apart from this unordered and ordered things. Okay, now let us understand how to loop through the list set. So this is a for loop we are going to use. We have already learned the for loop. So what I'll do, I'll just try to teach you some basic function. Let's say if you want to, as we learned, the first index is 0, first index is 0, second index is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now the length of this total list is 5. Okay, so how to access that length? So there is a length function. You have to use len, and what of which length you want? Root list. So when you run it, you can see the length is 5, but first index is 0. This is the important point to note here. Let's say we want to print type. What is this list? Okay, what is this list? Sometimes array is also represented with the same syntax. So you will not understand what is it. So you have to just run it. Now we are going to learn what is a class, what is a method, but list is a class. If you want to print what is a tuple, this len function is also applicable here. Length of tuple. So you wanted to know the length of tuple. So you can just use this len function. So again, this length is 5. This is a tuple. Okay, let's say you want to print type of this tuple. What is the type of this? Okay, so you have to use this type function. We are going to understand what is function, what is this parameter, but just for now understand it at high level. Okay, so again, class is a tuple. So let's say what is set. We'll use the len function, print length of this fruit set. So this set is again a class, so it will print 4. So this is a length now because one item is inserted twice and it has not inserted it into it. So type what is this set. So fruit set. So let us learn it. You can see this is again set. Now let us learn what is this dictionary. Okay, so print length of, let's say, this student dictionary. Okay, so let us see here if it is printing it. So length is 5. How many items are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Key value 5. Okay, this is interesting. Now print type of this student dictionary. Okay, so let us see. This is also a class. So to print, it is a class. So we have learned the length function. We have learned the duplicates are allowed or not. Okay, we have learned the type function. Okay, now let us learn how to use how to iterate through this list. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll use this for loop for, let's say, item. You can say anything, I, A, B, C, or X also. Okay, so item in the list or X, or you can say fruits. These are fruits, so you can say fruit also. I'll just use a standard naming convention X. In where you want to iterate, you want to iterate in the list colon, and you want to access the fruits, right? So X, you want to print it. So we all can see on each line all the values will get printed. Okay, so let us see here: mango, apple, grapes, orange, and mango again. Okay, now let's go to tuple. For X in, you want to iterate through this tuple. Okay, so colon, this is the syntax. Now we are going to print this X, means each value from the tuple. So here you can see mango, apple, grapes, orange, and again mango. Let us go to the set. Same method we have to iterate. We don't need to remember the things differently for X in fruit set. Okay, and what you are going to print? X. So I'll just run it. You all can see this is again, it has printed all the list. Now let us move on to the dictionary. Okay, let us move. You want to print all the items from the dictionary. Here the syntax is little bit different. Okay, so there are key and value. So you have to take two variables from this dictionary and you have to print them. So how to do it? So print. So let's say for X comma Y in student dictionary dot items. Okay, so you all can see we have taken the items function colon. Okay, now print, let's say key is X and let's say print X comma Y. Okay, now I'll just print it. So you all can see ID 2, name Sandeep, name 2, Sandeep, age 20, address Pune. All those things are printed over here. Okay, so this is how we can use it. But if you want to access only keys and only values, that is also possible. How to do it? For X in, let's say you want to print only keys dot keys, and let's say print X. So it will print only keys, means from the left side. Okay, ID, name, name to, age, and address. Okay, like this. ID, name to, age, and address. Okay, duplicates are not printed. Let's say now another thing you want to print. What we can say, only values. So for X in dictionary dot keys, and let's say you will print here, sorry, dot get values, and you want to print X. So when you will run it, it will print only values. Okay, so This iteration is required when there are lots of items in the list or set or tuple or dictionary, and you want to apply some logic, like you want to check if certain element exists in the set, list or not, or you want to do the sum of the values, or you want to do the sum of the elements from the list or tuple, or you want to process any logic on that, then you have to iterate through it, you have to check the things, and then you have to apply the condition, and then you have to write your logic. So this is the high level difference between list, tuple, set, and dictionary. The important thing is set is unordered, list, tuple, dictionaries are ordered. Set doesn't allow duplicate. List, tuple, and dictionaries allows the values as duplicate, but list and tuple allows the items as duplicate. But set does not allow duplicate, and dictionaries does not allow the keys as duplicate, because keys is again a set in the dictionary. Then after we have learned how to iterate through the for loop. So this is all about the high level difference between these two. We are going to learn much more things about list, set, and tuple and dictionary in the next videos, like how to remove the items, how to access the items, how to update the items, how to change the list. So all these things we are going to learn in the further videos. So if you have really liked this video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you all. Take care.